3.5 hours. Oh, that's a long tape. This town is quiet at night. We have had some drama at nighttime. Well, it's quiet here. But you know, on a quiet night, I mean, I've been up in northern Vermont where you are so far out in the middle of nowhere, but it's so quiet. The highway, the interstate that could be, 5 or 10 miles away, the noise of the trucks and stuff going down that road travel forever through the valleys. And not that it's loud, but when there's absolutely no noise, that's substantial. I started copying you, by the way. Oh, it's the greatest form of flattery, something like that. And the other thing is, you're looking at a guy's stream, he's playing a game. His head is taking up a big corner, say half the height and a quarter of the width. Thereabouts. Big picture. And if it's a woman, you can see right down to the skirt that's above the knee. That's a thing too. And they got what they call the lower third. Doesn't necessarily have to be the lower third. Sunshine Tiding is under attack. Well, we'll go there. So the latest follower, the latest tip, the latest this, that, the other thing. And they got commercials like, oh, I'm signed up with this company, that company, their logo's on the screen. And before you know it, like 1/3 or 20, I don't know. They've got so much crap on the screen. Like, dude, I'm here to watch a game and maybe some interesting conversation. I'm sorry. Not for me. Yeah, I turned off my video after an hour now, too. Oh, dude, we gotta have a talk.
I take requests.
We gotta have a talk. Which talk do I choose? I forget which talk gets rid of him.
Hey, Hancock.
Little something to liven up the day?
No, I don't take drugs, dude. Dismissed.
It's time we parted company.
Works for me. I'll head on home.
And you can head on home to... You belong at Croup Manor. You're gonna be my man at Croup Manor. I gotta stop keeping all these people here. That's something I do like about him. My character does not take drugs. Yeah, I don't take any drugs. I don't drink any of the beer. It's good money to sell. I watch this.
Yes?
I like to watch people that play games that I can't or don't or won't play, or do things that I wouldn't do or can't do. The leaderboard in this game is, at times, he's amazeballs. He takes every drug all the time. He's always addicted to everything and never gets sick because he's always taking everything there is. He buffs himself up like crazy, non-stop. Oh my god, when I did the Nuka World Raider run, my god. The Nuka World Raider. I don't know if I know what that is. I know what it was like to have all three factions aggro on me at once. What a firefight. I got dead a couple times, but wow. It was fun. It's not what I wanted, but it happened and I played it. My mystery even was just served over. Oh. Nuka World Raiders, if you do their quests and such, it can be interesting. I've done that. I've done it. I've even done a little bit where I allowed them to take over a couple of my settlements. I kind of didn't like that kind of play, and that playthrough broke, and I probably won't do it again. That is part of it. And there's only one settlement in Nuka World. Ran that playthrough until I was out of option. I didn't get deep into it. And I think at the time I didn't know what it was, and I did it by accident. Yeah, I ran that with my. Oh, right. No, everything's different with mods. All bets are off. Anything's possible. Sigh of relief and smile across the face. Have no companion to deal with. Why it's dark in here? Okay, there we go. So I see that blinking light over there.
You can't hide forever.
Got it.
I'm gonna tear you apart.
Are you? From there? I can't see him over there though.
Do it. Scream. Scream.
They're all of a sudden going to be in my face. There's something wrong with the lighting here. It won't light the room unless I enter it. And I don't use VATS. There he is. There he is. Come on now. Oh, here he is. What if I shut my light off?
Go ahead and hide, little bleeder. You humans made us!
Oh, here come the doggies. Someone's letting the dogs out. You find it lonely without followers. You had over 5,000 raiders under your thumb on.
Hey!
Woof.
You disappear! No fair!
I got a mod that'll let me have 50 settlers. But, you know, it gets to be a lot.
No more hiding! Little baby scared!
No, not at all. I just can't see in the dark.
Only one of us survives this, and it won't be you!
Huh, I don't feel dead. My light was on, but it didn't go deep enough into the room unless I enter the room. But then they can all shoot me. I have no cover when I stand out there. I can't stand in the doorway. And so
No blood to spill today!
they were happy to come running down here, so I just let them come on down. Oh, dude, don't do that. Stop doing that. Told you. You'll be embarrassed. Everyone on the internet's gonna see. I think it's safe to come out now. There's a sneak mod out there that is sarcastic sneak. Sarcastic sneak. Well, I started to say it's I get so sidetracked because there's so much going on. Some games your sneaking gets ruined if you turn a light on. Or if you walk too fast. Or if you wear heavy armor or hard boots. Some don't matter at all. Doesn't matter what you do. You're perked up and sneaking, and they're just not going to see you no matter what you do. I don't know how this game works. I just treat it like reality. If I turn my light on, they're going to see me. This is one of the... So it does matter in this game. I thought it did. I wouldn't have bet money on it. I treat it as though that were true. Yeah, there's too many mutants coming from too many places. All upstairs. There's 2 levels of them, and they're 3 sides. And you walk in those 2 front door. Where are you going? I mean, I suppose I could have ran across the room and hid here, but then somebody would have come in through that door. I don't like to get in a crossfire. I try not to let people flank me. I try not to let anybody behind me. I try to work the edge. Try to have cover. Ooh. Ooh, and a tibia. Yeah, I miss Grandpa Plays. I hope he's okay. You know, I see a lot of the, let's see, I've been doing this for 5 to 10 years, say, closer to the 10. And a lot of the people that I first started, most of them aren't streaming anymore. It's like they gave it a go for a year and saw that they weren't getting rich and stopped. So they were in it because they had some grand illusion, some pipe dream that they were going to be a rich, I don't know, I was going to say YouTuber, but it's slightly different. You know, monetization through working on your computer. And I don't see them anymore. It shouldn't be too involved. These meat bags are I think if I was all by myself, I would be more careful. Ah. Well, sometimes your followers do good work, and sometimes they're useless. They just shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot, and nothing ever dies. Perhaps wanted to make a money thing. Well, yes. They saw they weren't going to get rich, and they just dropped it like a bad habit. I think some of them, their wife says, okay, fine, you got a year. And if you can't make money within a year, back to the coal mine for you. It seems to me this is too much work. Yeah. Well, you know, and everyone has different personalities, so, you know, what's your tolerance for certain things? Really? So, do I not move it at all? Is that the trick? A little bit this way? A little bit more? A little bit more? Wow.
That's it.
That's how I open lock. No, you know, I was playing. I've played some games that I don't know how to say it. Maybe I shouldn't have played. And I wasn't liking it. Like I said earlier, I had to center myself. I had to get back to my roots, get back to having fun. I was having some people make a lot of requests about play this, play that. Specifically, I remember play Skyrim. Dude, I just finished playing Skyrim for a couple years, modding the crap out of it, hundreds of hours, hundreds and hundreds of hours. I'm all Skyrimmed out. I gotta take a break for about a year or so before I can play that game again.
Won't be able to pick
Oops.
this.
And I'd get the comment, when are you playing Skyrim? When are you playing Skyrim? No, can't do it. Do it. Right now, I need a break from Skyrim. Which way it was going. Okay. Oh, So this is going to eventually circle around because viewers can tell if a streamer does not like a game. Okay. Oh, I kind of don't want to go up. I'm not going to go up. Eventually I'll take another path and it'll lead over to coming down here. Do this? Doesn't look familiar, but it looks looted. I think I did. I should have. How could I miss it? Okay. I got lucky. I saw his nuke. I knew there was a mutant over here, but I didn't know he was the suicider. Saw that little red glow, and I'm like, I know who that is. Well, there's another thing that's been going on. It seemed to have started back during the last presidential race. All that cancel culture was going on. All the snowflake stuff was going on. All that nasty political garbage was going on. And all of a sudden, streamers were taking their picture off of their stream. They were getting rid of their cams. Everybody was afraid to put their face on their product. It became prevalent. You look right now. You pick a game. Maybe there's 20 people, 100 people playing, streaming. BRB. How many of them got their face up? 1 in 10? It's not 1 in 5. Not sure. I was just saying how a lot of streamers, I don't know how much you bought, a lot of streamers took their cam down back when politics was going all crazy, back during the last presidential. And you look now, how many people got their face on their product? 1 in 10. Not 1 in 5. Thought there was someone in here. See, my light doesn't even light up the back wall. I try to take what the game gives me when it comes to light.
Someone there?
No. I mean, meow. Wow. I only hit him with half those rounds, but he died quick. Oh, do they? Got what I said. This guy, he jogged my brain. Dumped all my short-term memory. Oh! There are mods for everything. Yeah. But you know, when you're looking for it, it's hard to find. That's something that Red Dead 2 that my mistress playing actually is snowing in the game. Oh. I don't know the setting of that game. Isn't it like, aren't the Rockies in the background? Isn't that like a Midwest type thing? If I pick the state, Colorado, I don't really know. Or different location. I've seen some scenes that are in the high mountains, and some are river valleys. Online and story mode are two different. Oh. I can't do online. I don't like online. I love Elder Scrolls. I bought ESO. I probably prepaid or bought it right off the bat, or I don't remember. But I learned I don't like online games. I don't like multiplayer. I don't like MMO. Yeah, I'm like, but it's weak for him. Okay. You know, if I had a group of close friends that weren't over competitive trying to wreck the other person's shit, that were actually cooperative, I could enjoy that. I got a bunch of nephews who used to get a kick out of meeting every Sunday afternoon, going on to some game online and wrecking everybody's shit that they could. Find their base, attack it, and destroy it. And that was their idea of fun. Wrecking people's enjoyment. A lot of people out there that like to do that. At least put in the game that you can't kill or people's names. Well, they did something like that in Fallout 76. They do. Fallout 76 had this thing where if two people wanted to fight each other, all they had to do was each swing at each other. And that was considered mutual combat, no penalties. But there were people that would camp and wait for beginners to show up on the scene, and they would attack them and kill them, even if they didn't swing back. And so they became wanted. This was their mechanism for trying to belay that stuff. They became a wanted criminal, and there was a pip on their location wherever they went, and there was open season. Anybody in the game could hunt and kill them down. They thought that was a deterrent. No, it wasn't. Those people loved it. Everyone in the game was trying to kill them, and they were surviving, and they loved it. And I hated it. That was when the game first came out. It's since had a lot of changes, I'm told, and it's a lot better.
I hear something.
I don't really know.
Someone there?
I gotta give it another try, though.
Ah, it was nothing.
I've got it on hard disk.
Sound, what is it?
That's your impending
Game's
doom.
over.
Die!
Your impending doom. Hello?
Little baby scared?
Hey,
Yeah.
you disappear. No fair.
Geez, you sound like you're in my ear. You're upstairs, though.
Gonna find you soon, human!
Well, hurry up, I'm getting bored.
Slippery humans.
No, I'm not going upstairs yet. I like the kind of cooperative multiplayer
What's that?
that I see done in Satisfactory.
What? Who's there?
I also have seen it in Factorio. A few guys get together, they start building a base. One guy
Stupid
works on
noises.
copper production, another guy works on iron production, and they're building factories together, and they're fighting off alien attacks together, and it's cooperative. There's not strangers. It's not an MMO. You're not on a server. You don't have a bunch of strangers in there coming and going. You invite your friend to come into your game, and he's the only one in it, no one else. That kind of stuff is wonderful.
Annoyed.
But, you know, different strokes for different folks. Some people love that battle royale stuff. I know some people that just love PUBG. You know, who's the last survivor? Everybody tries to kill everybody else, and who's the last one standing?
Gonna be a kid already.
Okay, they're in there somewhere. They're upstairs. I saw them upstairs. I'm not going to go in that room. I can't see into that room. Oh, I was supposed to go help Sunshine tiding. I gotta make a note. Sunshine.
Unstoppable.
Yesterday I decided I'm not going to save any of these
Where'd you
settlements
go?
that are
Huh?
under attack.
Gonna find you. Gonna kill you.
And within 2 or 3 hours, I had 6 settlements attacked. And I couldn't remember them all, because you got to go back and see. Well, Jesus, half my garden gone? Or is my water still producing? I got to go repair whatever it was that they wrecked. And so I think I got them all. But it taught me to take a note. Okay, someone gonna shoot down on me?
You're here. You're here. I wanted to fight.
Someone there?
Yeah.
I hear something.
Like you, it is hard to remember them all. Yeah, I mean, it's a short-term memory thing. You know, you got chat going on, you got the game going on, you got thoughts in your head you're putting together, and something happens, and it gets lost to short-term memory.
Who's there?
I should write them down too. Well, you know, it never fails. You take a note of something, you don't need to read it. You wrote it down.
Nothing.
It it created a long-term memory. That's often how it works.
That sound. What is it?
Your impending doom.
I'll wear your guts around my neck.
I'm half dead now.
We are the future.
I'm kind of lost. So,
Face me, you
yeah, I
coward.
take these games the way they come. Originally, they give you something to balance your light at. You know, set the brightness. I set the brightness the way they recommend it. And, you know, it's a form of realism.
I can smell you
It
out
should be
there,
dark when you
little
go into a
snake.
cave. You shouldn't be able to see all the walls. Your torch shouldn't light up a 1,000-foot long cavern. You know, it's difficult to play, but it's real.
You have to come out sooner or later.
You keep notepads open, the other display to write notes.
No blood to spill today.
I'm old-fashioned, you know. I got notepads.
What's that?
I don't use digital notes. I computer typing. I can't type for crap anyway.
Ah,
I do have.
errant stuff.
I have 2 computers running right now. I got 3 screens running right now. I got multiple tabs going on, but I got several 1, 2, 3, 4 notepads right within arm's reach, and more over there.
Your ears play tricks on me again.
I write down any game that someone mentions that sounds like I should check it out. That's how I find most of my games, or mods, or other things. Links to YouTube, whatever. Sometimes there's topics we talk about.
I hear something.
Ooh.
What? Who's there?
I have not tried Horizon Zero Dawn. It is on my
Noise.
radar. It's been on my radar. I haven't taken it off, but I haven't pulled the trigger. I've seen a fair
No fight
amount of it.
today.
I kind of like the protagonist, the heroism, the red hair. She's cute. It's seems to be kind of story rich. There's a good story, but I don't know the story, but I know it's not just hack and slash. It seems to have a story. I'm not sure how I could do the combat. Oh, it is. Yeah. Great story. I've seen parts of it. It looked like it was a great story. I don't know how I would do with the mechanics. A lot of those machine
Someone
animal
there?
monsters you're supposed to shoot, they have weak points. And it's not enough to just hit center mass. You have to hit
Must have been
the
nothing.
small target underneath the left wing while it's moving.
That sound, what is it?
I don't know if I could do the combat. Forbidden West was okay. You have to be on
nothing.
PlayStation. I got PlayStation
Something
4.
there. Stupid noises.
The only I was saying it earlier. I don't know if I finished my thought. I got pretty far into it. I only got PlayStation 4 so that If my power goes out for a day or a week or two, and or if my internet goes down for an hour, a day, a week or two, I can start my generator and I can play video games. If I can't turn on a computer, oh my God. Oh my God. I would go stir crazy. It would need to be daytime in the summer so I could go out and work on a project. I have to be busy. I can't. I can remember once years ago we went without power. This was before I was into computers, so it might have been 20 years ago. I was going stir crazy. I went around, I found every candle and every flashlight in the house. I set them up on a counter, lit them all, and I found something to read. I couldn't just like go to bed, lay there and just lay there awake. That does that. Yeah, come nighttime, yeah, I
Lock's really strong.
my old lady hates it. You turning that on? Yeah, I'm turning it on. Well, give it time. No, I'm not giving it time. I'm running the thing. I don't care if it's for 15 minutes. Or I get in my car and I drive to where there is power. I'm not normal like that, I think. I can't just lay down and fall asleep. I have to be really physically exhausted. I spent my life doing a lot. Ha ha ha. Yeah, funny. I spent a very large part of my life doing hard physical labor. And now that I don't do that much, I'm not tired enough to fall asleep at the end of the day. The days that I do happen to have work that's very hard and it's a big job and it tires me out, yeah, I can fall right to sleep. I can sleep through the whole night. Otherwise, I'll wake up in 3 or 4 hours. I'll be up for 6. I'll be down for 4 or 5. The form of insomnia, I believe. Selena? I'm assuming that's a movie of some kind that I don't know. I haven't watched TV in, I don't know, years. 5 years. And even then I only watched it because, well, I'd say 4 years ago I was watching national politics, trying to get up to speed with what the hell was going on. And I hated it. And after the election, I just never again. And when we start to get close to November, I'll watch a little bit to try to get up to speed a little bit, but probably even less so. I don't watch TV. Yeah, Oyersulin, about a singer back in, gosh, Easy. I'm happy with YouTube and Twitter. You're huge. I love movies too, but not the new one. I like the movies from the 30s, the 40s, some of the 50s. Some of the 60s are really cute because there's a certain style back then. You know, the peace and the love and the psychedelic. There's a lot of stuff that, you know, the culture was very different, very different. Turner Classic Movies, you know, the old stars, the original stars, Humphrey Bogart, John Wayne when he was 29. My mind's not very good at remembering a lot of names like that, but those old movies. But I don't watch mostly old movies. I like educational YouTube. Probably seen them all. Yeah, I have seen them all. There's got to be a couple I've missed. There's very few that I'll watch twice. There are a few. Believe it or not, I love show tunes. I love watching Guys and Dolls with I forget his name, Marlon Brando. That guy was something else. Streetcar Named Desire. Wow. Oklahoma, Shirley Jones as a debutante. West Side Story, Natalie Wood. For me to be banging off these words correctly is an astounding feat for me. That's how much I like and enjoy those movies. I can remember. Be careful, I might break out in song. Your memory does not last long, so I can rewatch movies.
Locked tight.
Yeah, unfortunately, my memory works a little different. Takes a long time. Takes me a long time. Oh, is that my mag? No. Gotta be a mag or a bobblehead in here. I tell people in my chat, I may have said it, seen Oklahoma for your 16th birthday? The play was on for a week or so. Oh, like it in Broadway or your local close city or your local players or high school. Our high school does Guys and Dolls like every other year and something else every other year. Get a change. There's a movie called August, which is made in the way. Huh. Yeah, U of O go Ducks. Oh, that escapes me. August, September. Oh, August. Just misspell August. Yeah. I'm lost. I'm easy to confuse. Okay, this is new territory because hasn't been looted. But my favorite thing to watch is educational stuff. Like this horse boarding that we do. It's new to us. And so, I didn't grow up doing this kind of stuff. And so I have to learn everything I can about it. And recently, well, it's been a few years now. My father-in-law died and I ended up taking over his backhoe, and I had to learn how to use it. So I watch a lot of educational stuff on that. And the computer stuff, like I said, I had to teach myself how to build this computer. Oh, you guys running a horse boarding? Yes. It's mostly for retired horses. We don't train horses. There's no horse jumping. There's no horse showing. These horses are all pretty old, late 20s, mid 20s. I think the youngest one might be in its mid-teens. So they're mostly put out to pasture. They got a lot of grass, 24/7 turnout. They got shelters. We don't put them in a barn and turn them out. I'm not a farrier. They have to get their own farrier in. But I know enough about horses to make sure they're healthy and make sure they're safe to be around. The last horse that came in, I could tell it forgot its manners. When it was young, it went through training, but it kind of forgot everything it learned. Mostly, it got a little rambunctious. Didn't want to be touched anymore. Didn't want to be handled. It didn't try to kick you or bite you and all that stuff, but I had to get it used to being touched. So I watch a lot of horse training videos and stuff about the hooves, No hoof, no horse, right? I don't want to ride them. I'm too old for that shit. They're dangerous. They are dangerous. My God. Some of the videos I watch, they're the worst of the worst. They're problem horses. There was even one horse that killed a woman. I think what happened was she got her foot too forward in the stirrup. She wasn't on the ball of her foot. I think the horse bucked a little bit. I think her foot slid forwards. She got into her heel and got bucked off and got dragged. I think that's how that happened. She couldn't get her foot out. Her gear was probably misfitted. Maybe she wasn't experienced enough. Maybe it was a freak accident. But horses are weird.
No way I could pick this.
Ouch, yeah. As smart as a horse can be, and they can be extremely smart, they can be extremely stupid as well. They get scared, they run, they drag their owner until they're dead, until they're not scared anymore. They finally... Really? I'm running around with an empty pistol. I've been kicked, bitten, ran into. I've been headbutted before I learned not to reach over their neck. Really, dude? You didn't hear all that? What are you? Oh, that's a window.
Who's there? Wanna be a good fighter?
No wonder why. We can do it again. Although I think I blew his leg off. I'll just shoot him in the face. That was around a lot of horses when yeah. We didn't have many here, and they're my in-laws that had the farm and the property, so I didn't grow up here with them. But when the dad died, we bought the farm, and we want to carry it on, so... It keeps us busy. You know, we're retired, so what do you get? Well, I'm retired. What am I going to do with my time? Oh! And one for good measure. Where'd you come from? Oh, that's a new skin. This game is full of new skins. You like horses, or I like horses. But at this stage of life, I just don't have the energy. It's neat. Well, I'm very careful of what I'm willing to do. I'm lucky I can still do it, but you know, I try to work 3 or 4 hours, 3 or 4 days a week. It don't work like that. I end up working 8, 10, 12 hours for a few days in a row, and then take a few days off. I say, no, enough is enough. Enough is enough. You know, I've got a 1-year plan, a 3, a 5, a 10-year plan. I got an idea. I'm not in a hurry. We sold off. That's 2 horses, 10 years ago now. Warwick is under attack. Okay, let me write down that word, Warwick. I don't mind the big projects. Like, say, pushing back a field 50 feet or 100 feet because the trees took over the field. I can take a couple months in the summer, cut trees, drag brush, use the backhoe, pull out the boulders, plant some grass, and at the end of the year, the season, it's done. It's not like you got to do it every day and get it done every day. The busiest thing is manure management. Actually, we didn't sell off the horses. I gave my gelding away to a couple who could get a medical out and gave them a filly, paid for the vet bill. Oh. Well, you know, I've seen things like that done where sometimes the animal goes to someone who can take better care of it. Someone who's more capable physically, financially, mental, whatever. Goes to a good home. All you care about is that it goes to a good home, right? And that's what we try to do here. That's our thing, is the horses have a good home. I've seen boarding facilities where there's 20 horses on 2 acres. 4 acres? No, not 4 acres. No, it was like 2 acres. And there's no grass anywhere. And their shelters are little cardboard shacks. You could knock it over with a lawnmower. We don't do that. People think I'm crazy for doing that, but like you said, I love Mike. Well, it's all about the animal. It's all about the animal. You're responsible for it. And if it's got to be that way. You have to be responsible for it. If the animal thinks he's responsible for himself, if he thinks he's the dominant, he's not going to be healthy. You have to take dominance, and I don't mean beat it into submission. It just has to know it's not the dominant animal, that you are, and that you will fulfill his needs. That's one of the things this other horse was doing, was he wasn't used to being dominated. I could see he was nervous, you know, he's just always looking, always on alert. Where's the next threat coming from? Where's the threat coming from? He wouldn't, his head was very high. He would almost never put his head down. Horses can live over, well, that's 30 years is like a human being 100, right? And building the shelters, I don't mind that either. I can take a week, 2, whatever it takes, and when it's done, it's done. But the manure management, going out every day for 2 hours, the more horses you got, 4 hours, hauling horse manure around every day for 4 hours, that's a full-time job. That's a minimum wage job. I'm not looking for that. So
Don't think I can pick this.
this might be proving one of my earlier statements wrong, that what I need is behind a locked door. I need a key that I don't have. There's probably somewhere I need to go that I haven't been to yet. There's my marker. No, I have not been here yet. Expert, that's not going to happen. Oh, the DE cat. Oh, right, it's behind. That's what we're here for. This took longer than it had to. My gelding would eat anything, and he would eat until he was on the ground. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm very careful. Like, our horses are on grass. And so, some horses aren't used to that, right? We had people, when no one was looking, would throw their... Oh, no way. No. Oh, Jesus. Why would somebody do that? That's like poison. If it's fresh clippings and they're used to eating a lot of grass because it's not spring, they've been eating grass all summer unless they're raised on dirt. I was just going to say that, we got clients that, and I put the onus on the clients because there's a lot of crazy horse ladies. They're very particular. They want things their way. I don't try to tell these people what they should be doing. I make them tell me what they want. And then sometimes I'll give a little give and take, tell them what I know, maybe give them a little advice. But I don't tell these.
It's gonna be a good fight.
I don't tell these people what they should be doing. I've got one client who makes me mow the lawn before I put the horse in the pasture. I have to mow the pasture down to as low as the machine will go, and I have to bag out all the clippings. I only have to do it once, and then the horses keep the grass chewed down short, and it never gets long enough again. And then once they start to muddy up that pasture, I move them over to another one after I mow it and pull out the clippings, yada yada yada. I've got another, well, this one was a potential client. She didn't care how long the grass was. Oh, I don't care, that's fine. They're used to it. I'm like, okay, it's your horse, you know your horse. I don't know your horse. I just know general facts about horses. Yeah, probably have a horse like I did. I put up a sign, do not feed the horses. Yeah, colic is expensive. This horse that was a little bit of an issue. First day, he got out. He went straight to a pile of clippings. It was a truckload of lawn clippings because it was his pasture, and I think another place as well. I don't remember. We mowed it, and we dumped all the clippings, and I saw his footprints. I saw where he got out of the fence, and he walked right over to that pile. Luckily, he wasn't interested in eating it. That could have been trouble. Dumping clippings into a horse pasture, Jesus. Yeah, or I had quarter horses, thoroughbreds, donkey. Hey, they need companions. This horse I was telling you about, he's a lone horse. He's all by himself. Although there's a pasture right next to him. If he wanted to, those horses are 12 feet apart, the width of a truck, 14 feet apart. So, you know, they're in adjacent pastures, paddocks, apples too. Apples, Jesus. What are they trying to kill? Are they trying to kill your horse? That's attempted murder. I don't see how that's anything other than attempted murder. Horse has to be used to eating an apple. Half of an apple, one apple, you know, okay. But geez. I knew a guy, his cow got into a basket of apples, got colic and died. I watched a TV show. Well, yeah. You know, unfortunately, a lot of owners are like that. Slightly like that. There's something similar that owners do. Cookies. They walk up and give cookies. They walk up and give cookies. They walk up and give cookies. Always with the cookies. Always, every time. Here's cookies. I got a pocket full of cookies. Here's another cookie. And the horse learns that you're just a food machine. They don't respect you. They start they start nudging you with their nose. Hey, I want another cookie. It's like, what? You touched me? You don't touch me. You don't come into my space. I didn't ask you to come in. Oh, and these people don't get it. They don't get it. It's like you're making your horse, a food source. That's it. I did that for a little bit years ago, and I learned not to. I'm like, no, that's. Let me make the story a little longer. I knew I wasn't going to continue like that, but I wanted the horse to learn to come to me. And so I started with
Nice.
every time I came, I would give him probably 2 or 3 cookies the size of a quarter. But for the first week, maybe 2, and then I stopped. He would come to me, he wouldn't get his cookie, but he learned to come to me. Well, it's conditioning, training. It's bad bad behavior. You're teaching him the wrong thing. You think you're loving your horse, but you're breaking his mind. And he's a lot of owners, they just can't stop themselves. It's not just horses, it's cats and it's dogs, you know. And pet owners, most of them do the same thing. No, humans do the same thing. Give their babies lollipops, give their teenagers candy, all that stuff. They want to be liked. Well, we can leave. And I'm only half dead. That's not bad. I feel there's something I missed. There's an operating room here that I never got into. Nothing wrong with it per se, but when it comes to someone else's pet. Well, we're trying to run a business, and we've only been doing it for a few years. We have room for more horses, so it's not like I can turn people away. So some of these people that are almost full, they just say, this is what we do here, this is how it's going to be, it's my way or the highway. Yeah, that's a good practice. Just don't feed someone else's animals. Our tactic here is, what do you want? We'll do what you want. You want us to give your horse 10 cookies 3 times a day? I don't recommend it, but okay, we'll do it. We need the business. We're not going to turn you away because we disagree with what you want. That would be neat. So, I know there's another room here, darn it. This place is quite a maze. Okay, I'm getting closer. Getting closer. This is backing me up. It's I needed that key. Well, I haven't been in here. And there's another quest will send me here at another time, I think. I'm not sure. Like I was saying earlier, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is a quest that what you need is behind a locked door. There's a key. I need a key. And haven't found it. I would expect it to be sitting on one of these desks or in one of the mutants' pockets. I'm kind of had enough of this place, though. Yeah, this central door. I think it's downstairs. Is it? Yeah, it's an operating. There's an operating room. What floor is that? Is it on the ground floor? It's not on the ground floor. I might be confusing this with another place. Where am I? Mass General Medford Memorial. Well, okay. I learned exactly with their permission. Yeah. The owner of that horse I was telling you that was a little troubled. I tried telling the owner she would have none of it. Oh no, she said. She just bought it. And within 2 days, I spent more time with that horse than she did ever since. She's almost never here. And I tried telling her, well, she's a new owner to that particular horse. I think I finally got this lady figured out that when she was young, she went through equestrian training. Her parents had money. She was at 12, 16. Sometimes I think buy horses just to say they have them. Well, she bought this horse because she wanted her son, who's 12, to eventually get training on it and start to hang out with the right kind of people. You got to have money. In Connecticut, those people are mostly rich families that send their kids to horse training school. You learn to not just ride a horse, but maneuver them in very exacting ways, like a show. And she's already got him in her mind graduating from Harvard. So, I don't. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. I tried to tell her some of the bad habits that I saw the horse had, and she disagreed. Okay. I like to save before these load screens a lot of times, because that's where the game likes to crash. And since this is going to probably be most of these load screens are long, I'm going to put up my break screen. It's better to watch than black screen. And I might as well take a 2 or 3 minute file break. And yes, I will hurry back. Okay. Oh, an hour 22. I see I need to break my tape as well.